Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO44 coming at you with another video. All right, so I'm just reading something that said Russell Westbrook wants to be wanted here in Los Angeles with the Lakers. And so, I mean, that's not unreasonable, but at the same time, he has to understand that, we also want him to play well. We also want a fit that makes sense for our team. We also want championships. We also want LeBron's tenure to make sense and get the best opportunity to win. We want a lot of things. We all want a lot of things. But you can't expect people to want something that ain't really helped them the way that they're expecting it to, someone to, or you to in this case. I can't I can't force myself to desire something that was undesirable. It's unrealistic, Russell. You got to make yourself desirable again so that people will then want you. Now, if you were at your best and people don't want you, then you have a legitimate argument. But this version of yourself is not desirable to have on the basketball floor. And so that's why I think it's so important that he go ahead and figure out, whatever needs to be figured out so that he can go forward outside of this organization. Because what he's looking for, he's not going to find here. And I don't think he's going to find it anywhere else either until he plays better. Until he finds himself in a situation to be that Russell Westbrook from Washington, that Russell Westbrook from OKC. That's the Russell Westbrook the whole league wants to see. That's who we wanted on our team. That's who we thought we were getting. That's not who showed up. We got a guy who seems to be in denial about what it is he's doing or not doing in regards to making it so that people do desire to have him on the team. It ain't enough to just show up and smile and even play every game. You have to play well. If we're going to be at a Hall of Famer making $47 million worth of our cap space, you got to play $47 million worth of basketball. And if you're not capable of doing that, then there's not any logical situation in mind to want you. There's no reason to want you if you're not going to provide that. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm not trying to poo-poo his feelings or say his feelings aren't valid or what have you. But what I am saying is, you got to also take into account that other people want things too, man. I want a championship. I want my point guard to be able to, provide the type of production that he's been paid to play, to do, And it's like, if you're not going to play well, then it's going to be very difficult for people to follow you in a positive way, man. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you deserve all the criticism that you've received, or that the way that his name has been drugged through the mud is good, because that's an entirely different conversation. I don't agree with how his name has been used and how people have picked apart his mistakes and stuff like that. I think it's low-hanging fruit. I think it shouldn't have been given that much attention. I'd imagine that came with being a Laker. But all in all, you can't get what you want unless you provide what it is that others want in this case. There got to be some balance to that. It can't just be us wanting you while you playing bad. Period. And you can't expect us to just assume and apply faith to you playing better when we haven't seen that. So at this point, we don't have time to come back. If we were running a regular team, a regular situation, regular timeline, okay, maybe we have a different approach. But for the win now timeline, we don't have a chance. We don't have time to give him a chance to get it right this time. We can't afford to take the risk with what we have on the line. It's something bigger going on here, and it's called LeBron James' tenure with the Lakers. That's what this timeline is supposed to be about. And so, with respect to Russell Westbrook, ain't none of this about you. And so, if you want to be wanted and you want something to be about you, you got to go to a situation where it's going to be about you. So, I hope he finds it. Hope he finds it. But, yeah, man, at the end of the day, I don't particularly have a problem with any of this as it pertains to just giving us something else to talk about. That's all it is. That's why I'm turning on the camera here. I'm glad something like this is out there so I can speak on it. For all I know, it ain't even true. Maybe Russell Westbrook don't care nothing about any of this. I'm just responding to the scenario where it may matter. If it don't, it don't. But who knows, right? At the end of the day, I'm looking forward to athletes playing basketball. And since ain't no basketball going on, we got what we got. This is it. We talk about these type of things. But, Russell Westbrook's a great player who's just going to have to find ways of being great without his athleticism. And I don't know that he's going to be able to do that. But if he's going to continue his career, he's better find it. He had better find it. So that's it. And everything else from there will fall into place. You know, once he gets his fundamentals to a space where he's helping a basketball team and not doing things that he did last year, then he'll go back to being loved again. Because he saw how it felt to be loved in OKC, but he wasn't struggling either. He was playing very well for them, and consequently, they appreciated him for it. If he would have gave us that, we'd appreciate him too. Point blank, period. My name is BDL44. Thank you all for watching.